So this is what we're doing now, Cole. We're just dropping on random Wednesdays when I'm sick. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. So J. Cole just dropped a new single, Port Antonio. He samples a Jay-Z song for the piano. I can't remember if is it Song Cry or I don't remember which one it was. Someone can correct me in the comments. I apologize that my voice is so low. I have a sore throat and a stuffy nose and a fever. I'm basically dead, but I'm doing this for you and for engagement. In this song, Cole talks about his upbringing, feeling awkward when he moved out of the hood and into a more upper class town, and then feeling awkward when he'd return back to the hood. He talks about how he lost a lot of his confidence in that, but would gain it back in his rapping ability. That theme carries on into the next verse, where he brings up the beef, the generational beef of Kendrick Lamar and Drake. You know, earlier this year, Cole got a lot of shit because he stepped out of the beef and apologized to Kendrick Lamar. And I was one of the few people on YouTube saying that I don't think he should get shit for it because he stood by his morals, and that's more or less what he says in this song. To paraphrase, he says that it wouldn't have been worth it to get into this beef if it meant losing his friends. He implies that he feels that both Drake and Kendrick went too far. He makes a really great line about how his friends went to war and he ended up with both of their blood on him. And basically he says, like, you know, I'm not saying I couldn't have won the beef. I'm saying I would have lost my friend. This is another verse that to me shows that J. Cole is definitely one of the most mature rappers, maybe the most mature rapper in the rap game. You know, like, he's always, whenever he's had controversy, it never really came from like some dumb shit he said. So I feel like Cole's always had a really good head on his shoulders. And also, to even step back from the beef aspect, the rhyme schemes in this, the pockets that he finds in this song are incredible. Some of the pockets he makes on this song are incredible. As someone who raps, just like, this is what inspires me to get even better with my technical ability, because god damn, bro, I cannot come up with that kind of shit off the top of my head. He also brings up that one of the things that kept him out of the beef was just the realization that he would have been doing it not for like actual problems he has with Kendrick or Drake. It would have been done for attention and for money and for strangers, and he says like that is not as important to him as keeping this relationship with both of these artists. He never mentions Kendrick by name, but he does mention Drake by name and shouts him out and thanks him for all he's done. At this point, I think most people aren't really fans of Drake. I'm definitely not a Drake fan, but you know, I can't deny the fact that he has done a lot for Cole. He really helped him out early in the career, and even recently he's been like getting a lot of features with him and working with him a lot, so I can't really take that away from him. Overall, my takeaway from this track is that J. Cole is incredibly thoughtful and introspective, and I like that about him. I do think that part of the appeal in a lot of artists is kind of the conflict in their art, the conflict of who they are versus what they want to be, and that conflict is very present in Kendrick, and I think it's less so present in J. Cole because J. Cole's kind of already worked through all of that and he kind of knows who he is now. So that, in my opinion, is part of the reason why I'm less of a Cole fan, just because, like, you know, I don't really listen to music for advice. I kind of listen to music for the emotions and those like conflicted feelings. And I think you get less of that with J. Cole. And I mean, it kind of sucks because at the same time, it's like, you know, am I really going to listen to someone less because they're more healed? A couple people in the Kendrick Lamar subreddit, when this song came out, they posted about it and they're like, listen, man, like, as cool as it was seeing Kendrick crash out on Drake, this is not the behavior of a well-adjusted adult. You know, these are people in their 40s, and Kendrick basically wrote a letter to each member of his family telling them how much Drake should die. You know, this is not the behavior of someone who kind of has it all going on upstairs in a good way. And I think J. Cole, there are flaws with him. There are things with him I don't necessarily like. I feel like he's dropped a lot of transphobic bars the past couple of years. I don't get what the point of that is, but regardless, outside of those kind of things, I do really like J. Cole as a person. I don't go to his music as much, but I'm definitely looking forward to the fall off. So yeah, I'm gonna rest my voice before it explodes. See you guys later.